absolutely solid performance, dominant from start to finish. How pleased are you with that, and of course to get through to the semi-final?
Yeah, no, it's something that we wanted. Of course, we've been there before, we've been close. So yeah, of course today we started very well, and with the goals, some nice goals in between, of course, and some good football. So it was nice to play today.
Did Swansea not give you as hard a time as you may have thought? Do you think this was something that perhaps they didn't set up as strongly as you thought? They sat back a little bit?
Yeah, no, I think we knew they were going to sit back and wait for it, and even when some situations we could have played even quicker, especially first half, but after you tune it up, of course you're going to take a bit gas off and keep the ball rolling and create more chances, but there weren't that many chances second half because it was really just one way.
So much talk, isn't there, when Harry Kane is injured, but every single player stepped up, particularly yourself. Are you in the best form of your career at the moment, do you think?
I'm in a very good place. I'm not sure if it's the best one. I hope there's something more to reach. Of course, I'm happy with where I am, where the team is, and how we're going in which direction. Of course, now with the semis coming up, it's going to be fun to play at Wembley in a different meaning.
Well, exactly, because it's Wembley next, but of course you have that advantage this time. Is that different to last season? Do you think? Do you go into it in a better frame of mind because you've made it home over the last few months?
Yeah, of course it'll be weird because, of course, like you said, it's our home stadium now for the season, but it's an FA Cup, so it won't only be our fans in the stadium. So it'll be fun to play there in a different. It's like a final a few years back where we lost. So of course it's the semis, and we need to get through.
Congratulations today. Well done.
You're welcome.
Thanks very much, HeungMin. Christian Eriksen with 2 goals today in Tottenham's 3-0 win. Full time here in Swansea, but plenty more live sport coming your way here on BT Sport today. The new MotoGP season is up and running, and you can watch qualifying from Qatar right now over on BT Sport 2. There's also plenty more football as well, with Liverpool meeting Watford in the Premier League at 5 here on BT Sport 1. Wolfsburg against Schalke in the Bundesliga over on 3 at 5:15. And our second FA Cup quarter-final of the day comes live from Old Trafford as Manchester United and Brighton meet in a repeat of the 1983 final. Join Jake Humphrey at 7:30 for that one. But once we've wrapped up here at Swansea, we'll be followed by BT Sport Score with Matt Smith and the team guiding you through all the afternoon's football. And here's a taster of what you can expect.
Afternoon all, and a warm welcome as always to BT Sports Score.
Robbie Savage looks like a cross between David Ginola and Beetlejuice. He can't miss.
I've seen Chris miss from closer.
Oh, goal! Yes! Sorry, I was getting a bit excited, but it's the replay.
It's the post, it's a goal! Oh, the fans on the pitch.
Would you have given that as a sending off?
Red card for me. You have to see this to believe it.
Let me finish, will you?
They're spoiled for choice, and of course the big talking points as they happen. See you in a moment.
Glenn Hoddle and Dean Saunders with me. Dean, I'm going to give you the chance, first of all, to take your prediction back.
Oh, well, I'm so disappointed because I thought we had a great chance today, but if you don't do the basics properly, you've got no chance. I mean, that is a really disappointing performance for Swansea today. Quarter-finals of the FA Cup, no pressing, didn't win the ball back once, turning their backs on shots, standing back in front of their own goal and not closing down. Not one individual battle was won all over the pitch. It's the FA Cup. Call me old-fashioned, but it used to be 2 teams having a go at each other.
It has been 54 years since we were in a quarter-final.
Well, you've got to give Spurs credit. They deserve to win, and they took their goals well. But me and Glenn could have played in that game today if you give us that much time on the ball. And Swansea never got in their faces at all, never upset them. Just a shocking performance, I thought.
They did take the goals well, Glenn, especially that first one from Eriksen, but Swansea just standing back.
Yeah, I mean, as Dino said, you could go through Swansea's performance being very poor, but you've got to say Spurs were excellent today. They kept getting in behind their 2 central midfield players. You see Eriksen just makes look at that space that's there. No one coming out from the back 3 to go and close it down, but you've got to say it's a beautiful finish. Just watch how he comes in, just shifts the ball here. One of those central defenders, really, the centre one, has got to go out. He just shifts it and he curls it beautifully. And it's hard to curl a ball when it's running away from you.
Where's all the blocking gone, Glenn? Where's all the blocking shots?
But we
turning it back on shots.
We saw it before the game, didn't we? We noticed against Huddersfield, all the blocks, they were tackling, they were pressing, they had something to play for. They're trying to survive in the Premier League, whereas the Cup, they didn't have that Cup head-on.
He's been a thorn in their side, Eriksen, as well, his 7th goal against them. It was Lamela who made it 2-0, Dean, and it was a similar story, wasn't it?
Yeah, just breezing into space. A similar goal again. I mean, how he gets in there so easy, he's straight onto Swansea's back 3, and one of them's got to step out. and go and close him down. Again, anybody could play in that if you don't get in their faces. He's took it well. He's bent it around the goalkeeper, but the goalkeeper will say, "I couldn't see the ball. You're that deep on top of me. Get out to the ball. At least I've got a chance of saving it." That's basic.
From Spurs' point of view, he's took it well. Again, it's similar to Eriksen. It's rolling away from him, and he's got enough to wrap his foot round it and just use the defender as a mannequin, as I call it, and like training, just bend it round him. And it was a super start for Tottenham, and they were in control. They were in cruise control really all through the game. I think the key moment was just after half-time. Swansea came out much better, changed the shape. If they score then, I think it was Abraham who had the chance.
Yeah.
It's a different game then, and it gets this crowd going. They never got going. They were like a boxer who left their gloves in the dressing room.
Vorm did well there, didn't he? Made some good saves. But in fact, both second choice keepers today made some decent saves, did you think?
Well, they did, yes. Unfortunately, Nordsfeld, I felt, was a little bit of fault for the goal for Eriksen. But
it could have been worse for them.
It could have been. There was a couple particularly. Look at this one. Eriksen again, time and space. Beautiful, powerful shot there. He just gets his fingertips to it. You just see him like it's almost behind him when he's actually making contact with the ball. It was a great save.
It's a great save, but it's Christian Eriksen.
This was just after half-time. It could have been a key moment.
He's in the right place. That's all I can say. He's got in there. He's followed in. He's the first to react. If he heads that ball into the ground, it goes in. I mean, it's easy from the side of the pitch watching. This is a brilliant save. Great strike from Eric Dyer. That is a brilliant save. It's right in the top corner.
Great use of his feet to get across there, to get up into that top corner. It really was. At one stage it was going straight at him and it just curled away at the last minute.
Again, there's no one closing Dyer down.
Yeah.
He's having a free shot. It happened too often.
And then Eriksen put the icing on the cake in the second half, making it 3-0. Should Nordfeldt perhaps have done a bit better for that one?
Yeah, he'll blame himself, but I mean, again, watch the Swansea defenders running out and turning their backs on the shot. The idea of closing down is you get hit with the ball. 3 of them jump up in the air. What are you trying to... Get your body in the way and take one in the face for the team. They're all jumping out of the way. And they're too deep. Again, they're right on top of the goalkeeper. In fairness to him, he can't see it till the last minute, but he still should have saved it.
There's a nice layoff here from Moore as well. He's actually played it so he can hit it first time. Sometimes they rattle it in too quickly, but Eriksen wasn't his best strike of the day, but a lot of bodies. I think technically the goalie will be disappointed with himself, but it came through a lot of bodies, to be quite honest. And but as I said, Spurs were the better side, deserved it. They're now playing at home at Wembley in the semi-final.
Absolutely, yeah. Back-to-back semi-finals for the first time since '82, and 2 home games effectively, isn't it?
Yeah, the only way they might do is if they get the draw tomorrow. If they come out second, they're going to have to be in the away dressing room, I would imagine. That's the only change they're going to have.
Yeah, but the rest should be nice and comfortable and homely for them.
Should be.
Well, Dean, very disappointed with Swansea City today. We can hear from their manager now, Carlos Carvalhal, who was with HeungMin.
Carlos, commiserations today. You talked about pre-match that it was David versus Goliath. Were Spurs too strong for you, or do you felt that Swansea could have done more today?
Well, just a little few words. We did the best in the cup since '64. And we did a very good run in this competition, play completely underdogs, changing and use all the players of the squad, use a lot of the players or some players of under 23, and we are happy about what we did in the cup. About the game today, I said also before that you remember that I said that these kind of games, we understand the difference between the teams, very clear. To one team like us to win this game, two things happen. We must be in our best level, and Tottenham must be in the bad day. So in resume, win the best team on the pitch. They take the game very, very serious, put problems to us, and it was difficult to us to fight against them this afternoon. Win the best team. We understand exactly what happened, and we are happy about the run that we did in the cup. But after this, we'll focus in our main competition, that is the Premier.
Thank you very much, Carlos.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course, reiterating the main focus, staying in the Premier League for them. Do you think he will do that, Dean?
Yeah, but that performance today puts worry right through the supporters. I mean, they never give them anything to shout about today. And it's an FA Cup tie, and if I sound negative, I'm sorry, but I can't say anything than that was a shocking performance today. Hopefully that doesn't go into the league form, because with 4 points from the drop and need probably 3 or 4 wins, you won't win a game playing like that.
Some tough games coming up for them as well. Look at that, Manchester United, Man City and Chelsea in that run-in.
Well, they're all difficult, but they're on good form. Apart from that game today, you know, they've lost 1 in 14. The manager's done terrific. He'll be absolutely devastated. He won't show it on TV, but he'll go in there after the game and he'll be devastated at the show they've put on today.
He's doing the best of all the managers who've come in mid-season, Glenn. That's the good thing for him. He's performing better than the other managers he's up against in the relegation battle who've joined midway through.
Yeah, take today away. The cup, you know, they're out of the cup now. I think they'll stay up because of that confidence that they got. They didn't have that desire that they showed in the relegation battle that they've had since he's come in. Today that desire wasn't there, the passing, the closing wasn't there. They knew Spurs were going to have possession of the ball. They didn't work anywhere near as hard as they should have done. I think though that they'll regain from that. They'll have a little look at that video of the game and they'll say, look, if we play this way, we're going to go down. So they'll use this as a positive, and they'll say, you press like that, no desire, we're going to go down. Let's get back on the horse like we've been playing in the Premier League, and let's get out of this trouble. And I think they will get enough out of trouble. They've got enough on that pitch. You know, the two brothers, the IE brothers, are going to come on. You know, they can play. They've got enough there, I think, to be safe.
Okay, well that's all we've got time for from the Liberty Stadium. Thank you very much, Dean, and to Glenn as well. A good day for Tottenham here. They are heading through to the semi-finals, and that was just the first course today on a massive day of live football on BT Sport. It's Liverpool-Watford in the Premier League from 5 o'clock later, and then from 7:30 Jake and the team will be at Old Trafford for our second FA Cup quarter-final of the day. It is Manchester United and Brighton. But now Matt Smith and the score team ready to take us through all this afternoon's games as they come in, and we're off for a hot cup of